Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thundertron podcast. Today I'm going to be discussing all the Transformers Tuesday reveals. This will actually be two separate segments because there's quite a bit to talk about and quite a figures that were released. So I'm just going to get right into it. This actually will be the sort of Stu series segment, and I will do a separate segment of the Legacy Evolution reveal. So let's get right into it. All these figures will actually fall under the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, so they will be Target exclusives. So, small amount of stock will be posted on Hasbro, and they're up on there right now. I did check Target. They have not posted them just yet. Maybe they're just a little bit delayed, or they could post them very, very soon. So the first reveal really isn't that interesting. It's kind of a reissue repack. They actually just got the Age of Extinction Leader Class Grimlock. That was actually one of the first figures and one of the first leaders, a part of Stu Series. They just got that figure and just repacked it into the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. There is no new molding, no new paint-apps that I know of. The price is $55, exactly what a leader should be. And the release date is August 1st. So if you were never able to experience that mold or that figure, you actually have a perfect opportunity now to get that figure, which I think is really nice. I actually do hope this maybe means that they're going to start actually making the rest of the Dinobots, because they've only made one Dinobot from Age of Extinction, so it really would be nice if they kind of went back there and made Strafe, Scorn, and the rest of them. I think that'd be pretty cool. But that's pretty much it for that. Really not a lot to talk about because the figure has been out for a long time. I actually owned it for a short period of time, but then I did end up selling it off because it just was an okay figure in my opinion. I know some people really love that figure, just in my opinion wasn't the greatest. But let's get into the more interesting release. It's actually the Transformers Studio Series Ironhide and Prowl 2-pack. It's technically not the Dying Prowl and Dying Ironhide, how we've actually named them. I actually did do a separate segment on Prowl already, and at the time we really didn't know how he was going to be released or revealed. Was it going to be, just a solo release? Was he going to be in a 2-pack? But now we know he will be with Ironhide, which is somewhat kind of what I was thinking and predicting. I was open to the option. I was kind of thinking that was going to happen. But the release date is October 1st. The price is $55, which is actually pretty good because it's a Voyager and Leader, so technically it should be $60, so about $5 of a discount, which is really nice. But I'm going to quickly go over Prowl, because as I mentioned, I already did previously talk about it before, so I really don't want to repeat too much. But it's the Earthrise Prowl molds. The only new mold changes are the head sculpt and the chest. There's some new added battle damage on the chest because it looks like he's been shot. They're trying to recreate the scene from the 86 film, where the Decepticons attack that shell and pretty much murder everyone on board. It's a crazy scene, just a crazy scene. And honestly, this sort of opens up a whole, pretty much Pandora's box. They could pretty much recreate all those figures on that bridge and sort of the damaged effect if they wanted to, because, there was Brawn on there, many more figures were on there, many more characters were on there, so really a lot of options if they wanted to. I know this is a bit of a niche, a bit of an odd pack, because I know people complain about, the alternate universe Optimus Prime, why are you buying a dying figure or a dying character? So it's a bit of an odd pack, but still a pretty cool one. This does give you an opportunity, to experience these molds, because, the Earthrise Prowl was an Amazon exclusive, and that pack is ridiculously overpriced on the aftermarket. So, if you want just any version of it, you can get this one, and I think it'd be worth your while. No, it's not the, classic deco of Prowl you want, like the Earthrise one, but still you are able to experience the mold, and you still will be able to get a Prowl, which is nice. But other than that, no mold changes. The exact same accessories, the rifle and the little light bar piece. Transmission is the exact same. I'm assuming articulation is the exact same. It turns into that police car. And, the only new appearance-wise change with that car is the battle damage on the front hood or kind of grill section, but other than that, it's the exact same thing. I probably won't be getting this pack because I already do have the Earthrise Prowl, and I'm satisfied with that, and overall the mold is really just okay in general, so I really don't think I need to own two versions of Prowl already, so let's get into the other figure. I was actually a bit surprised by this. I was expecting, possibly for Ironhide to be in this pack or sold with Prowl, but I wasn't expecting this version of Ironhide to be included. So it's actually the 86 Ironhide. I was expecting the Earthrise Ironhide. I was just pretty much expecting them to get that Amazon 2-pack and just pretty much get that pack and add the battle damage, and that would be it. But they actually switched it up a bit. They actually broke that exclusive pack a bit and put in the 86 one, which I actually kind of like because it sort of maintains how special that Amazon exclusive pack was. So really, you can still only currently get that Earthrise Ironhide one way in that pack. So I actually think it's kind of nice because it somewhat sort of undermines how exclusive that pack was. That's really just in my opinion anyway. But yeah, I actually do own the 86 Ironhide. I think it's a really good figure. And in some ways, I do think it's better than the Siege Ironhide and the Earthrise one because there is no, huge kibble shield to cover all that up. And, the feet don't stick out the back. So I do think it is an improvement in several ways. I don't think it's, amazing. It's not a perfect figure, but it is an improvement in comparison to the previous two Ironhide figures. He comes with the same accessories, the 2 silver pistols. The head sculpt is brand new. He's kind of, yelling or screaming or in pain because he was, shot by a Megatron. And there's that battle damage on the chest. Pretty much the same effect that they did with the Prowl with Ironhide here. And actually does include some Blastovic pieces, which that I do have to admit was a surprise. I'm actually really glad. They should do this more often where they include some Blastovic pieces with these packs. And honestly, they don't have to necessarily be exclusive. They could start doing that with some mainline figures, some Leaders, some Voyagers, Deluxes. I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to do. I'd actually really like if they started making some new ones, because unfortunately with this pack, I do like how they're included, but it's kind of boring. They literally just got the Jetfire ones from Siege, and just put them in a dark purple, a Decepticon purple, which I do like the shade of purple. That actually looks really cool, definitely very Decepticon evil-like. It's just a bit boring how many times they've used the Jetfire ones. They've used that same mold of Blaster piece from Jetfire so many times. They've given it to Titan classes, they gave it to the Shatter class Jetfire, they've given it to individual releases, they've given it to this pack here, so it's a bit repetitive and cheap in my opinion. It would have been nice, considering it is an exclusive, they probably should have maybe made a brand new one. I think that would have been nice. But that's pretty much it for that pack. Not really for me, because I already do have the original versions of these molds. But, I think it is for someone. I think there is a market for this. I think people will be interested in getting this. As I said before, it is in stock on Hasbro Pulse as of the time recording this audio. That most likely will change very soon. And most likely they will post these on Target maybe in the next couple days. I do have to say there is kind of been a history of Target being very slow with posting their exclusives. There's times like with Origin Jazz, I'm pretty sure they posted on Hasbro, and it wasn't until like a couple days later they actually posted on Target. So if you're, keep refreshing Target, don't get too nervous about it, because sometimes they are a bit slow with doing that. But honestly, just get it from Hasbro, because they most likely, in the end, they will get it sooner than Target will, because they make them, they will end up, they supply Target, so probably either Hasbro will get it sooner or pretty much at the same time as Target. But I do hope you enjoyed this segment. Again, if you skipped or missed the beginning, I will be doing a separate segment on that Legacy Evolution pack reveal. I just didn't want to make this video so long, because I already did discuss, pretty much 3 figures, or, a 2-pack and a solo release. So I just kind of wanted this to be more of a condensed, like a Studio Series segment and a Legacy Evolution segment. But let me know what you think of this figures in the comment section down below. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.